Now on this one here, I could still use the 3-inch and make it work, okay? But you can use a 4-inch or a 6-inch because, see, overall, see where it is now? I'm going to take it out just a little bit bigger, and I can do it with my 6. And this is all-purpose joint compound I'm using. You see how the patch can now get a little bit bigger if I use that, and I can just go over the front there like that. And there you go. That's enough for just before we put our skip trowel on there. I'm going to wipe that. I'm going to put, you know what? I'm going to go ahead. I had just one little piece there I didn't really like. Okay. There. That's ready. We're going to let that dry. Now that's not going to take that long to dry either because it's very thin layer. And that's another reason why I like to use Quickset. At least 2 coats, maybe 3. And you saw I put 3 coats of Quickset on here. 2 coats and then a tight skim. That way when I put the all-purpose joint compound on here, it's a very thin layer. And that will shrink as it's drying. But because it's so thin, it's not going to shrink very much, and it's not covering hardly any indentations, any deep indentations. So it should dry nice and quick. That way, before I leave, I can do the texturing up here, and I'm going to use a skip. I'm going to skip it on there, and I'm just going to use my 6-inch knife, and I'm going to skip it on there, and I can do that before I leave. That's a good thing about Quickset for your underlayment coats before your all-purpose joint compound. You know what? From down on the floor, you saw it was a little light, and I put a little bit more mud up there. You don't have to. The thing is, you just don't want to get too much mud up there, but I ended up deciding to do just a hair more, okay? And it's not hard to do. That's why I like the construction light on here too. So in case I need to put a little bit more, I can. Now I'm going to let that dry. Man, that patch is looking good. That's just with Quickset. Of course, I don't want to go over that with my paint, as you already know why. I'm not going to explain it again here. But at this point, I'm going to put the mud on there. Now, do I want to put it? I could put it all on with my 6-inch, you know, if I wanted. But I'm just going to go around this, and I'm going to try my 12-inch around the rest of it. But I could get by with a patch about like this with the 6-inch, or if you have an 8-inch, you could do that too. But I'm going to try my 12-inch. Here I've got a 12-inch. This is a 12-inch broad knife, and I also have these in 10-inch. I would like a 10-inch here, but this is going to have to do. Let's see, as I wipe it on there, I have to kind of go do this business because I got a lot on my blade that I can't get off. So I got to wipe it back off and grab it just at the tip like that and put on the next bit. Give another bite so I got enough on there. And now I'm going to bridge it out, the patch, just a little bit more. And I can put it on first, you know, most of the patch area before I wipe it off if I want. And now I can wipe it off. And if I see a little bit of white coming through, I can put a little bit more on, you know, where it needs it. I can do that. And as I'm wiping, I'm going to push harder on the left hand on the bottom side and let the other side float just a little bit to get it where I want. Or you can do it in sequence. Put some right there first. Now on the edge, you want to get the edge off. Okay? And then I can just keep moving forward. This one's kind of hard because it's around the light, you know? So I have to kind of work from the light on out. I mean, however it wants to work for you. Is there a rhyme or reason? I mean, most little small patches you can do however you feel comfortable, you know? You want a light touch on there, okay? Before you go on to the next bit, let's get some up there. You know, I'm extending the patch out further, cleaning off my blade as I go, and I can grab it and wipe it off. Do it nice and easy as you go, okay? Know when to be a bull in a china shop and know when not to, right? Move this out here so I can get to it. And if I want to get more at the outside edge, I just push my finger over there and I can bend this down and let the other side kind of float so I can wipe it off. You know? A little tricky around the light. If there wasn't a light here, it'd be way easier to do this patch. You know? So you're just going to have to work with it the best you can. And if after this coat you need to put a little bit more mud on there, you could. I was hoping not to, but if I do, that's fine. I can do that. You know, I think I'm going to leave it just like that. Let that dry a little bit. Okay? And like I say, it's not going to take that long to dry because I don't have that much up here. But because this was kind of a funky patch with the eyeball light in the middle, I'm going to go ahead and put a tight skim coat on here. Had this just been a square, I could have easily gone straight across it and been done with one coat.